Hello everyone, I am Himasati Sharma and student. We are discussing the chapter Reproduction in Plant for class 7. In our previous lecture we had discussed how sexual reproduction in plants takes place. So after fertilization, what will happen? The fruit and the flower will shed all its leaf. So after the fertilization, the ovary grows into the fruit and the ovule develops into the seeds. So the outer parts of the flower, like petals, sepals, and stamen, they all become dry and they fall off because now their role is over. So the stigma and style, they also fall off, and they left ovary on the receptacle. Right. So now the ovary has zygote inside, and this zygote is getting the nutrition from the ovule, and this zygote start growing by cell division and it forms embryo. So here what is happening, that all the parts of the flower which was required for male and female gamete production and for attraction of external agencies of pollination, they all have played their role very well. Fertilization has taken place, so all of them dry and they fall off, so that the plant can conserve the energy and concentrate that energy in the growing of seed. So we had discussed that the male and female gametes, they produce zygote. Now this zygote starts developing, and from where it is getting its nutrition? It is getting its nutrition from ovules, and zygote will develop into embryo. Now parts of the ovule develop into the seed covering or seed coat. So ovule will develop into the seed covering or seed coat. Now, the fruits are the ripened ovary of a flower. So basically, flower, all the parts have been shed, only ovary is left, and ovary has zygote inside it. The ovary gets matured and it ripens, which becomes fruit, and it contains seeds inside it. So fruit is there so that the seed can be protected. Now some fruits are fleshy and juicy, for example mango, apple and orange, while some are hard like almonds and walnuts. Next, we'll discuss how the seed, which is protected inside the fruit, is dispersed. Because until the time the seed will disperse and the seed will germinate into a new plant, reproduction will not be over. So seeds are developed from the ovule. So you see, ovule is developing into seeds also, and seed coat or seed covering also. Now this seed is containing an embryo, and this embryo is developed from the zygote. And how did the zygote formed? From male and female gamete fusion. So now seed contain embryo which is enclosed in a protective seed coat. Generally, plants produce large number of seeds. When these seeds fall down, they start growing and germinating. So if a large number of seeds fall on the same place, they will not get enough space for water and light. So therefore there will be competition for they cannot develop into healthy plants. So seeds are moved away by some external agencies to far off places. So in similar fashion, the pollens were transferred from by the help of external agencies. Here seeds are also dispersed with the help of external agencies. So the process by which the seeds are scattered to different places is called seed dispersal. So seeds and fruits are also dispersed away through various agencies like wind, water, birds and some animals. Sometimes the seed dispersal also takes place naturally by when there is explosion or bursting of fruits. So now we'll discuss seed dispersing agent: wind, water, animals, birds and humans. So here you can see in this picture, these are few seeds which are dispersed by the wind: milkweed, dandelion, maple. With the seeds which are dispersed by animals like beggar tick, sandbar, blackberry. The seeds which are dispersed by water like lotus, cattle and coconut, and naturally by bursting like violet, jewel, weed and witch hazel. In our next lecture, we will be discussing the seed dispersal by external agencies in detail. Thank you.